Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof, and welcome back. It is the Wednesday stream. And it is indeed a Wednesday. And today on our Wednesday stream... Today... we blender. And we blender because I didn't have any other plans. Wednesdays are a bit messy because we do D&D every other week. I had no specific plans for today's Wednesday, and D&D was last week. And I got sidetracked today because I realized I wanted to update my Inquisitor mod for Fallen Order. And I also wanted to do some adjustments to the mod that I'm using for Witcher 1 to make the UI more palatable. So I didn't really have any plans today. So today we blender. So yes, welcome everybody. It is Blender Day today. And today's blendering intent, if you will, is twofold in some ways. First things first, we need to get the interior done for our vehicle. And then there's a few other little bits and pieces that we need to finish up. Including, we need to get the exhausts in properly, because currently they're sort of only half built. We need to finish beveling these segments of the boot. We need to bevel all the inner edges of the door frames, and so on and so forth. And we need to finish this section. Now, this section is actually causing me quite a bit of trouble, because this set of curves and angles is really quite complicated, actually, I've found out. Also, hi Madeline, hi Dragon Reaper, thank you for the check-ins, both of you. It is appreciated. We also need to finish off some of the supports for parts of the engine. And we need to add in the fuel cap as well. That's the last thing we need to do. So yeah. A lot of stuff, but we are getting there. The boot is mostly complete at this point. Like, we've got the little hinge sections all ready to go. Just need to sort of inset some hinge points into there. We do need to add the bumper connections. I'm not going to do that today, I don't think. But it is something that needs to be done. There's a lot of things that need to be done, to be fair. The floor is part of the interior, so I'm not too fussed about that right now. Hold on, if I turn on the interior. Currently, the interior is mostly just the floor, and a few other small bits and pieces. But yeah. We do have the interior light and the rearview mirror as well. But those are pre-built. They're from the game originally, so I'm not too fussed about those. We have the back window in. We have the side windows in. It's slowly getting there. Very slowly. It is getting there. It's just... yeah. It takes a little while to build everything up. I also have... I also have some potato waffles because I'm very hungry at the moment, and I forgot to make myself dinner. So that happened. I was very focused today. And focused does not necessarily mean productive. But I was having to relearn a few different tools. Because Unreal Engine can be a pain in the ass sometimes. And knowing how specific bits and pieces work is very useful. Essentially. Yeah. I do eat. I'm eating right now. I have potato waffles. Oh. I have potato waffles with sweet chili sauce. It is just that at times I lose track of time, and then I realize that I haven't eaten before I need to start streaming, which is a different issue. Because I can still go and eat, it's just that I end up eating on stream, which is not particularly professional. But I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna starve myself for you all guys' sake, that's for sure. You just have to deal with the fact that I'm gonna eat on stream. Anyway. I want to make this a little bigger so that I can actually see things properly. Now I want special grown-up dinner, turkey dinos, potato smileys, and sketty hoops. Ooh. Dino nuggets and potato smileys is very tempting, actually. I don't have any in the house, but it is very tempting. It makes me go, ooh, yes, I would eat that. That's my dinner when I donate blood. I mean, that's fair. You should have a thing that you enjoy after doing something that is unpleasant. To be fair. Like, if you don't have something that you enjoy after doing something unpleasant, then what's the point of doing the unpleasant thing, you know? You have to have a reward. Okay. So, I think we'll start today by figuring out this. Because this has been bothering me for days now. Now I'm pretty happy with the curvature of the front window, honestly. When I can afford it, my reward for going to work is going down to the pub. I mean, that's fair. When I can afford it, my reward for going to work is a small packet of angel cakes from the co-op. Because I like my sweets. And honestly, I'm not that keen on the pub. Okay. So. Oh boy. There's some very specific curvature angles that I need to get here. There we go. It's a bit of a difficult one, this one. Because every time I've tried to build it using Bezier curves, it always ends up looking weird. So I think I'm going to have to do this one entirely manually. Here's a thought. Technically, Cthulhu is an alien. Does that mean that the Omnitrix from Ben 10 can turn Ben into Cthulhu? Yes, I believe that happens in one of the episodes. I'm not entirely certain on that, but I believe that happens in one of the episodes. It's been a very long time since I watched Ben 10. Okay. So. This point here. Needs to be moved to here. And then we need to scale this down along that plane. Yeah, okay. Is that aligned? I'm not entirely sure. I may have to divide this one. Yeah, that did happen in Scooby-Doo. This is true. If I subdivide this, and then shift this position forward. Yeah. Is that aligned? Kind of. It's very difficult to see. That one up very slightly. And if we look down like that, yes, that is visually aligned. Admittedly, the windshield is not exact, but adjusting the windshield at this point is kind of difficult. Well, no, it is. It's very difficult. It's divided into so many pieces at this point. I probably should have done this beforehand, but oh well. Okay. This needs to link to here. This needs to link to here. This needs to link to there. This needs to link to there. Bring this down a little bit. That's a little high. Bring this forward. And how's that curvature now? Oh, okay. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. This up very slightly. This along. This one down a bit. Push this one in a bit. How's that? Okay, hold on. I need to pull the body and frame out so I can actually maybe see a bit. Oh god, that's not much better actually, is it? I think we will subdivide this one again. Eventually we'll have to not subdivide it, but at the moment this will have to do. Is that one? No. That is a little far forward. How's that? That might do. Let's raise this very slightly. And we'll put this one in a bit. Very slightly up. Okay. If we do this, attach all of these together. How's that? That's not awful. This needs to come down a bit. And this, well. Yeah, that's not terrible. Oh, goodness. go. That's got potential. Eventually, we'll pull all of these faces out. But that won't be for a little while we get the actual curve in. Because we have to bring the curve up and shallow it out as well. Oh. This comes down to about here. And that. That curve looks okay now. Bring that in a little bit. That needs to come down a little bit. This one needs to come up a little bit. And then from the front, that's not too bad. Yeah, that curvature is starting to work. But I knew I was going to have to end up doing manually, and I've been putting it off for days. Because I've just been looking at it and going, ugh. It's a lot of very small adjustment, basically. go. That's not bad. That can work. Just go a bit. Yep. Okay. I think we'll subdivide this one, and this one. And this is where the triangle will be. Okay. Eventually we'll have to triangularize this section just to make it actually look decent. But that shouldn't be too bad in the long run. This section goes slightly further forward. So does this. This one further forward. This one slightly further back. That's not bad. This needs to lift very slightly. If I exit edit mode. Yes, but it definitely needs triangularization. Okay. If I delete this face, yeah, okay. Need to do this in stages. Delete those faces. Would like to just be able to remove face, but instead of deleting, can't dissolve the face, which is annoying. I think we'll do triangularization like this, so that the outer edge, yeah, that should work, I hope. Like this, so faster. And then we should be able to dissolve the rest of the faces, or delete the rest of the faces and rebuild them. Okay, This face, that one, that one, that one, that one. Delete those. And triangularize. We'll see how this looks. And after that, we can smooth it. But we're not going to actually smooth the whole thing until we get to exporting point, because there's no point, because otherwise it does weird stuff. Just a face. How does that look? Oh yeah, that's much better. And visually speaking, from the front, that doesn't look too bad at all. Oh. Okay. We need one more. And we need a subdivision vertice on here. Need to slide that up to about there, so that we can create the cover section for the windshield. And then we're going to need to build that for inside as well. Shouldn't be too difficult. I should just be able to copy it and see. Shift D. That down. Adjust vertices up in a bit. One up a little bit too high. Okay, this one needs to be adjusted up there. Okay. That is getting there, but it needs a little more work. Bring this down a tiny bit. And that might just about do it. Okay. And then if we show this stuff again, it's a little bit of extra something. Just bringing this point down a bit. That. Yeah. Yeah. At this point a little bit. Yes, that's almost there, I think. Okay. So, triangularize this last section. There we go. How does that look? Oh, yeah. That's nice. That is very nice. If I quickly turn off the windshield. Oh yeah, I like that. That doesn't look bad. That looks pretty damn good, actually. We do need... Oh, hold on. This one. There we go. Edit mode on that. Because at the moment, this part is a little lacking. And this part is going to need to be extruded inwards. Like that. And then if we scale it very slightly, and we can move it back to where it actually needs to be. Yeah. So that should then be something that... Right, okay, that's the other part, isn't it? Realistically speaking... This needs to be extruded by itself. Because this needs to be extruded by itself. On the y-axis. Okay, a little too far forward. Just need it to be level. Okay, yeah, that should work. But if we can do that a little better. So bring that to about here. Move that segment to there. And that should be curvable easily enough. Okay. And let's very quickly collapse vertices so that everything's connected properly. Now, we should be able to extrude this all inwards. I think the x-axis be good. And then we can scale it from our 3D cursor. Scale it in first, then I can adjust it properly. So that is to scale to here. Cool. We know that the radio needs to go here, so I'm not too worried about any like pointy bits. Okay. And that should now be aligned. Now, this one can go up to there. Oh. And this, oh god, that one? Yes, that one can be linked into there. Okay. that a little bit. Not that much. Just a bit. Just to make it a little more vehicular. The bottom of the windshield is going to be covered by the dashboard. So that I shouldn't need to worry about too much. Well, until I get to the dashboard. Okay. Now, quickly reselect everything. Collapse by distance for the remaining vertices. And then now, let's start with this one. So give that a small beveling. About there. We will bevel that, I should say, but we're not going to do that right now, actually. First thing we're going to do is we're going to grab all of these. And we're going to copy them and scale them down to fit the inner curve. Because technically speaking, it should be identical. Shift D. That. Comes down to there. Not mean to grab that one. Actually, don't need to grab this line either. At least for the moment. Shift D. U. To there. Shift S, cursor to active, and scale. Okay, and this to there. That to there. That to there. This is the internal one, isn't it? Yes, it is the internal. Okay. Oh, but I just realized I've been scaling it off the bounding box center, not the 3D cursor. That to there. that up. And then that there. Okay. Is that... It's not exactly in alignment, but it's better than nothing. Okay. Now we can start work on the interior alignment. And that's rotation, that's scaling, not movement. Okay. See. Do we? Yes, we do need to bring it up. Technically speaking, I don't need to do this. I could solidify the roof section, separate it out and solidify it. But, annoyingly, doing that means that I end up losing a degree of controllability. Interesting. Okay, so this edge section can go. There we go. I cut more than I needed. That's fine. It all just needs to get adjusted. Okay, that to there. It still needs adjustment, but that's fine. I'll actually grab all of these and adjust them inwards. There. Okay. Now we adjust by point. It's a lot of very finicky work, but the end result is honestly unarguable. I mean, if I could select the bloody thing that I want to select anyway. Okay. Bring all of this in. Present properly on that curve. Okay. I hope the music's not too loud for everyone. Body wash, beard balm, skin moisturized, iron brew consuming. I need to pick up some iron brew tomorrow. I need to go shopping tomorrow, to be fair, but okay. Let us select and collapse by distance. Okay. Honestly, this internal border is a little thick. I will likely slim it down once I've got all the vertices connected to it. Okay, that's not where I wanted to put that, but alright. Okay. About there, I think. Right. That we slide in and we bring down very slightly. Then bring that in. Okay. Cool. Right. There we are. Okay. This definitely needs some internal work now. Okay. Right. That up. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay. We are getting very close to being done, I think, with this one. Very close indeed. How's that looking? That down a little bit. That up a little bit. Okay, how does this look in object mode? Ooh. I think that's... Hmm. Honestly, this should be fine. Ooh, actually, seeing it from the outside is a little better. This needs to come up a little bit. That needs to go down a little bit. That back. There we go. What's that? This definitely needs to come further along this way. Okay. Think up. Like that. And then these definitely need to be brought up a bit. That one up as well. Maintain that curvature. All right, object mode. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do. Okay. Now, can bevel. And hopefully it's a relatively easy bevel. But I suppose we are about to find out. Ooh, okay, not an easy bevel. But I was using too many segments anyway, so... Right, not an easy bevel. Right. Okay. Shift N. All right. Hopefully this works this time. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's do 3 segments on this bevel. Actually, I want that to be bigger. So we'll bevel that first. Bevel the inside lines individually. Okay. Ooh. There we go. There we are. Very gentle bevel on both the inside and the outside. Why is this one being so weird? Well, I mean, realistically, as long as it looks okay, we should be fine. Well, I have just noticed this. That needs to be adjusted. Okay. How does this look? Hold on. Is that better? I'm gonna have to stop tinkering at some point. Very bad at not tinkering. Okay, if we dissolve these internal edges. There we are. Okay, now we bevel. That's in the wrong place. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the very tiny details, and I know it's probably not as important as I think it is, but if it makes it look better, I would rather be safe than sorry. Right. Let's bevel to about here. Now if we enter object mode, yeah, we'll need to do some smoothing on the inside here, but yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that actually. Bevel size on here is 2. So the internal bevel size needs to be 2. Oh. Hold on. Let's very quickly for the chassis rear body. Let us add the smoothing modifier, which I need to remember how to do. And by remember, I mean I need to look in Discord, because Pilfit did tell me how to do it, but I've forgotten. Right. Shade auto smooth. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. That's what the inside will eventually look like when it's in game. Oh. And the car itself will eventually look something more like this. And if I turn that off, you can see all the geometry properly. That does look pretty good. We are very close to being able to link the back and the front together. And then that'll be the chassis itself done, which will be very nice to have. Okay. Now let's start the internal beveling. And by start, I mean we shall start selecting all the internal bevels. Oh, wait, no. Before we can do that, we need to fill this section in. I'm clicking on the wrong things as well. There we go. Okay, I think these can be dissolved. Yeah. And this is essentially just to assist in making the internal bevels easier. But that is slanted. That is also slanted. Okay. Okay. We don't want to bevel any of the middle edges, because those already have have been. Oh. Well, that's fine. Don't want to bevel that section anyway. Just the parts above and below it. Okay. And section here. And then here as well. It's not going to be a massive bevel, but the sharp edges don't look very safe for a start, and also they don't look very pleasant. So we're just going to make sure that all of this has very slight internal bevel. About that. Oh. Ah. Right. That one's fine. That one is not. And this one's being weird. Okay. And I missed a piece. No, I didn't miss a piece, but it is being weird. Okay. Hold on. Let's start by ensuring that all vertices are connected, which they were not. Then let us grab this edge and this edge. Okay, and we're going to connect this to there. No, this to here. And we'll clear that. And connect that to there. Okay. Oh, wow. Now, that one exists now, properly. I do wish that Blender had a return to previous selection button rather than just having selections be part of the undo system. That would be preferred. Oh, right. We need to deal with that. Delete that edge. Subdivide this edge. Then subdivide that edge. Connect, connect, connect. And then move that down to there. And put that there. And now that is officially connected. Is that aligned? It doesn't. No, it is. It's just there's a lot of vertice connections there. Eventually, I'll be using these internal door sections to template the external door sections. Because madness abounds in such a way. Okay. I think that's all of it that I need to bevel. So we bring that to about there. And we check our work. Yeah? Yeah, that looks about right. Maybe I should not have done this one. Oh. Yeah, I think that's better. Now, we want about there. Oh. Okay, maybe that's a little too much. It does get thinner at the top. Okay, yes, I can be happy with that, I think. Show me in object mode. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I can live with that. Probably. We need to do a 1 bevel on this external edge, and then we need to do a 3 bevel on the internal edge. Which shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. Yeah. Yeah. Although, before we do that 1 bevel, do 3 bevels here. Actually, we'll make those identical. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Oof. Okay. Internal bevels on 3s. You know, I don't really like this song. There we go. That's better. It's more fun. Okay. That's 1. And all these little additional vertices, or edges rather, should make 2. Okay. We want a 3-segment bevel. About there, I think. Yeah. That looks about right. And then we do the external bevel, which should be a 1-segment bevel. Actually, before we do that, let's dissolve some of these edges. Okay. Let's go through this again. There's a lot of beveling. We do a lot of beveling in this project. Okay. Good. These need to be dissolved. No. Now I have to start that whole process all over again. Ah! Half of this isn't even going to be... What the fuck is happening here? Hold up. Why are you being weird? Okay. Of course. Ah, hello. Interesting. Why is that section? That is linked. Is there a face in there? Yes. Where does the facing stop though? Oh, there's not a face. Wait, no, hold on. There is a face in there, but this whole face stop? Why? Okay, fine. You... You are being weird. Right. There we go. That's paste again. There we go. That was weird. I don't know why I did that. But I guess that's what I get for Working the way I do. And being a bit of a perfectionist about things. Okay. Very quickly, does this bevel properly? Yes and no. Of course, this one's being weird as well. Subdivide. Subdivide. Okay. Right. Oh. Well, alright. Aren't you being picky today? Okay, front side's fine. Right. Doesn't need to be a big bevel, just a little one. Just to give it that note that it is, in fact, the edge of the door. Ah! Ow. Okay. Yeah. Ha. Whoo. Ouchie. Yes. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I can live with that. Unfortunately, the beveling doesn't bevel according to part scale. So, there's only so much I can do. I should have... Fuck. How far back can I go? Can I go back before the beveling? Ah, I can't. Shit. Oh, I can. Cool. Hopefully. Nope, I can't. I can only go back to the beveling exactly. Ah, bugger. That's annoying. Yeah. I need to find a way to increase the amount of undos I can have. I think it's 20, but... Okay. Can't bevel to point. Or I can't snap bevel, so... I'm just gonna have to do this by eye, I suppose. It's not a majorly important part. It's just a little annoying that I forgot to do it on both sides at the same time. Okay. Show me. That seems about right. No, it's a little over the edge. Want to be there. No, that one's under it. But shit. Okay, so it is very slightly. It's just there. Okay. That goes down to there. Okay. I'll need to do the same thing over here. There we go. Okay. This one. Oh, console. This one we will have to merge at center. Okay, and then merge by distance, 19 vertices. And that should be the rear part of the body done. So, merge these. Now, Wait. Wrong ones. Actually, not that one. Okay, delete those faces. Ah, shit. This one. Okay. Delete those faces. Okay. Go. Okay. And delete these vertices. Oh shit. Okay. That to there. 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 Okay. Actually. Delete this one. Faces. Okay. All right. Oh, that's the wrong connection point. Ugh. That, right. Okay. Oh. Okay. Then we bevel. Cool. 3-segment bevel. No. 5-segment bevel. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. So this is the escape channel for the water that gets into the windshield screen. So realistically, we need to leave this open. But we need to close this off. So maybe if we go from here to here. And then down like that. Sync. Hey, Grohl. Welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. Still need to add audio to that. Keep forgetting. Gods. Press F. There we go. Okay, and then on these edges we want a small bevel. Well, by 2. Bevel by 3. There we go. Oh, all right. That is done. Well, that's the body done. Oh, oh, wow. That was a lot of work. Okay. Rear fender frame. Cool. God damn. Oh, that's not bad at all, though. I'm pretty happy with that. I think I need to add a yeah, I need to add a window into this section. I need to remember, is this is mirrored, I think, currently. Yeah, it is, it is. Okay. Wait, what's... Oh, I see, yes. Okay. The interior seats. Okay, we are going to need to block some of that off. If we show standard interior. Okay, yeah. All right, back to the body. Edit mode. Let's put in the rear window first. Because it's just a couple of extrusions, really. On the y-axis. Here. And here. We need to make sure that they're lined up with the center. I'll double check this one up here. Entirely sure I did line it up with the center. And we delete these edges. And link that there, that there, that there. That there. Then just make sure that the internal sections this are all good for connection. There we go. That there. And that to there. And now the back window is in, because we can't leave it empty. We have to fill it with something so that we can texture it later. Okay, and we need to do the interior rear section. Yes. What happened here? Odd. Weird. It's fine. Probably. Is there No, there isn't. Little odd. Who the fuck? Sending me Steam messages. Jack! I'm streaming! Stop sending me gifts during stream! It's rude! Fucking hell. Thank you! I assume you're listening, considering last time. Okay. I will redeem that later. I appreciate it. Also, what the fuck? Extrude. On the z-axis. Bit forward. Okay. And we can do this. And this. Okay. And actually what is we will extrude this section out. Axis. Connect it up to here. And then, honestly, no, we'll just leave it like that, yeah. And then once we put the seats in, that area should be nicely hidden from the inside. I will do just a small amount extra to ensure that it is that hidden. Move. Okay, there we go. Actually, can I? Hold on, where does? Ah, right, no. Okay. But I could do. I have to move these back a little anyway. has this. That does need to be around there, actually. Just a very gentle slope down. Okay. Okay. And now, if I grab all of these and then extrude very slightly and then scale down like this, move it in and down, like that. And then for that section we need to SY0 to align. We align it with that edge there. And we extrude again. Till it's aligned with the middle. And then that to there. And then subdivide this. Subdivide it again. Okay. And then, once we put the seats in, I mean, you won't see any of it, but the point is that you won't see any of it. And once we have the other part of the interior in, you'll see even less of it. Cool. That I'm happy with. Yeah, we definitely need to work on the interior next, though. Because the interior has definitely some bits and pieces that really need to be done properly. And we have to do multiple interiors as well. Oh, gods. We have to do multiple interiors because we have to have this interior and then the version of the interior that's for the intro of the car. So for the pre-tutorial car versus post-tutorial car. Yeah. And I also want to do a little bit of internal embellishment. I'm not really sure that it needs it all that much. Okay, maybe a brace here. Like the original car has a lot of internal embellishment, surprisingly. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that one out at some point, I'm sure. Okay. Technically, this should be part of the interior, but I don't know if it should be. Or if I should just leave it as part of the... Hold on. The original chassis... and the original interior, how does that actually connect up? Okay, so it is just like levelly aligned, I think. Yeah. Does it make any difference if I... Oh, interesting. Ah, of course. Okay. I'm wondering if it makes any difference. It probably does for erosion effects. So, yeah, okay. In that case, let's grab these interior components here. Specifically the bed of the vehicle. The edges will leave. But these sections we will pull out. So P selection. Then chassis body 01. We will fully apply the mirroring modifier. And then we will merge this down into this. So this whole section now, we will give it the yellow dummy material. So that is now marked fully as part of the interior. The rest is part of the car, but this is part of the interior. Is that the right yellow? No, that is not the right yellow. Is it this yellow? Yes, it is that yellow. Okay. Wrong dummy material. That dummy material. There we go. This stuff has to go. Because that is part of the dashboard that we don't have anymore. And technically we do have the dashboard, but I'm only using it for reference purposes. Okay. I am wondering if I should add some bracing in the trunk. Just like a couple of bracing pillars. I'm not sure that it's necessary, though. However, as a note, now that we've removed the interior, actually no, this should be fine. As long as it's in the correct alignment, it should be perfectly fine. Okay. Okay. I will need to reset the world origin for these pieces, though, eventually. Eventually, they all have to be reset to the world origin and be in the correct place at the same time. We will do that at some point, just not right now. We have a lot of work to do before we get to that point. Okay. Okay. Scale. That into there. So that it meshes. Actually, hold on. That there. Is this fully aligned already? Seems like it might be, actually. I don't want any Z fighting is my main worry. Realistically, I shouldn't really get any, but just in case. Especially down in the wheel well, where you could probably actually see it. Back here, I'm not too worried. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We want some interior structure. Maybe. If I take this at face value as this format or visual like size, shape, form of the body being the final form, then I can literally leave it and move on. But I already know that I've scaled the body once or twice because I wasn't happy with it. I'm not 100% that I won't do it again. But I need to stop finding imperfections. Because if I keep finding imperfections, then I will get annoyed and I will just start all over again. And I don't want to do that. We need to figure out how all the boxes and stuff are going to fit in here. But that's a different problem. Actually, let me make a new collection body. And shove all of this stuff in there. Oh, wait, is the side runner bar is oh yes, the side runner bar is a part of the body. That's a point. Fender frame 001. What is it? What is that? Oh, that's the original design for how I think the fenders should look. So we'll leave that for now because that's part of panels. We'll actually make a panel scene collection. Oh. Panel. What are the rear fenders? Oh, those are the old rear fenders. Okay, these can be deleted. Panels are not important right now. We'll make another scene collection for interior. Battery can go under engines. Drivetrain can go under body. Interior. Well, interior goes under interior. Wheels are not important right now, but I'll leave them where they are. That's the radio. That's the crafting trunk, but that's a different piece. So that's different. Windshield is part of the body. New scene collection. Attachments. That would be antenna. No. Cosmetics. Which would be the antenna. Okay. And one more scene collection for trunk items. And that is where the crafting item goes. File, save, file, import. Mesh files, storage, trunk basic, That's what the basic trunk stuff looks like. Okay. Import trunk basic 02. And import trunk basic 03. Okay, so that's 3 different trunk types that we need to figure out how they'll actually look in the trunk. Which basically just means moving some stuff around, hopefully. Okay. All right. On surface, this one can go over here. Actually, let's start with this one. Okay. And this one we can rotate. Slide into the back here. Is that level? I believe it is. That can go back to there. Okay. I have just noticed that this is not level, the right positioning though. Okay, now there is a gap. Good. This one we'll probably put down here, and yeah. Oh god. Okay, hold on. These will move together. There we go. Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay. That will have to go around about here if I don't want to resize it. This stuff, however, this will have to get resized, I think. Unless I can... Unless I can be very, very, very good at what I do. And I don't know that I am. Huh. Oh. Is that just... Huh. Okay. Okay. Ah. There is a top to that box. Got it. Was wondering. I was under the impression that there was one, but I couldn't quite remember. Okay. There's only so much space I can make in the boot before stuff starts to not quite fit simply because I've added curves, which is not great. But I think I can manage. Okay. Actually, let's put this one in the back. All right. That fit? It will. We will rotate it a little bit. How's that? That is poking through the back. Hold on. That. Okay. And then one more item to move around. Okay, and we shall rotate about that. Bit. Scale it down, which is not. I was hoping not to have to do that, but this instance, kind of important. Okay, I move it. There we go. There we go. storage for tier 1. It's all the same boxes, they're just distributed differently. Cool. Alright. I'll save. Import. And we need crafting. Oh god. Why are there so many parts? Where does the drawer go? I keep... Okay, can I import multiple things at the same time? Yes. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. Ah, that's where the drawer goes. Got it. Okay. Oh, but the drawer is a moving part, isn't it? So that needs to live at the center. Shit. Wait. What the... Hold on. Wait, did I accidentally bring 2 of these in? I did. Okay. Wait. No, hold on, that's different. What the... That's storage. Wait. Okay, so no, that's the normal one. Why is... What is... Confused. Hold on, what is that one actually called? Oh, that's the highlight. Oh, of course. Right. Okay, yes. Right. Oh gods. Okay, this is going to be a lot of stuff to rearrange. But no, I do know where the drawer goes now, at the very least. Import. Trunk basic drawer. Yeah, because that's the... Yeah, okay. Hey, V. Oh boy, okay. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about any of the drawers right now. I'll worry about those after I've actually gotten car into the game. That's the floaty. What is the floaty? Why is there a floaty? I don't know. I'm going to delete that as well. If it's not a part of the thing that has to be mounted to a specific part of the car, I don't care about it. The highlight has the drawer slightly open. I will worry about that later. Okay. That's the basic one. This is the advanced one. Okay. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh wow. That's a lot of componentry right there. That's a lot of componentry, and I have to figure out not necessarily how to fit it all in. I might just delete some of it, but goddamn. Oh boy. Hold on. Okay. Whew, okay, yeah, that literally would usually go all the way up to the ceiling of the car. But because there is no ceiling of the car at this point, I'm gonna have to make this work. I'm curious. Dutch, do you have any pictures of the boot? How did you arrange it? Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is gonna have to go, is what I'm realizing. We can probably keep this and the main crafting mat, but they'll get shrunk substantially. I don't think we'll keep the monitor. I don't know why we would even need that. I think the battery's going to go as well. No, the battery can stay. The monitor needs to go. I don't know why that's there. The first thing we're going to get rid of is this stuff, though. Delete. This whole thing. Oh god, that didn't even get all of it. Ah. Okay, fine, we'll go by vertice. Okay, cool. Let's slide that over there so that I can grab it later. I do like that monitor, but it needs to shove off, really. Oh, it does look cool though. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, right. This, I think we can keep most of it. It'll just have to, like, we'll have to probably remove the lowest drawer. Or shrink it down. Okay, let's continue partial disassembly. Okay. And slide that out the side. I don't know what I grabbed there. I don't know what that's part of. Oh, it's part of the cabinet. I see. Okay. Now we can shift that out. No, we can't. Still need to grab. Fuck. Gimme. Fucking. Gimme that. There we go. You go over there. Okay. Make sure that I have all that. There we go. Ugh. Okay. Oh, you're gonna be difficult, aren't you? Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel like we're gonna take away the lowest drawer on this one. I can't really disassemble you. I'm just gonna have to pull you out entirely. Oof. Big. Large components. Ah! Okay. I can see how we might do this. Okay. Okay. This monitor. Delete. Okay. The battery we keep, but we'll need to downsize. Or alternatively, we pull these small batteries out. We leave the large battery. No. We leave the small batteries. We'll pull the large battery, but we move them around. Delete that. Delete these cables. Control L. Delete faces. Delete Come on. Show me the thing. Okay. I'm trying to salvage as many parts as I can, realistically speaking. Shit. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean I'll be able to salvage everything. Is there something inside here? There is not. Okay. Alright. Let's move... Ah! Let's move this. And rotate... so that it is ready to essentially be mounted like that. Okay. Delete that face. Thing? Almost. Okay. This is going to be a little more orderly than probably was ever expected of this crafting area, but it is what it is. Do I want to keep this? Yes, I think I will. But I need to move the batteries. Okay. Move the batteries out of the way. Okay. This we will scale down immediately. Rotate it around a little bit. And that can hang from there. Don't know what it does, but it'll do. We'll need to re-add the wires, but that's fine. Should be able to move this one around relatively easily. Okay. That needs to be at about that level. And what we'll do is we'll just duplicate it and see, scaling on x is x minus 1. So there it has that little adjustment. Okay, and then these two can go. This oh, gods. Okay, that's gonna be annoying. Is that selects the whole thing, right? Does this select the whole thing? It does. I don't think those drawers are accessible considering they're behind everything else. So hopefully they don't move. Because if they do, we're fucked. What is going on in here? God. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh boy. Oh boy. I have accidentally deleted the sites. That's fine, I think. Okay. Move by vertice. Okay. I mean, that's not terrible. It's not amazing. Okay. Alright. should be flat, but I don't know that it is, so let's take this one at a time. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, there we go. Cabinet. Then side. All right. Cabinet. Probably will shrink that as we go. Okay. Keyboard. To that up a little. Okay, right. These are our components. I still need cables from the batteries into the thing. But that shouldn't be too hard to do once they are scaled properly. Ooh. Okay. Let's put the weird thing in first, shall we? This is going to need to go relatively far back. We'll rotate it a little bit. We will scale it down substantially. Okay. That might work, but I think we need to scale it up a bit. Not to like the full insanity that it was at before. Okay. Now, crafting table. I'm not going to rotate this one. I'm just going to scale it. That. Down. It into the side like this, because I know that there's going to be storage later. I need to see the boot. Okay, I have space. Temporarily. Temporarily, I have space. And realistically, once we've set up the shaping on this crafting area, should be good to go. Scale this up a little bit more. Make sure that that's aligned. A bit forward. I kind of want to move the keyboard. Oh, God. Should have known that I'd end up wanting to move it. I know what I'm like. It's fine. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. As long as I can grab most of it and the rest in afterwards. Fine. Okay. Right. There we are. Okay. Keyboard. Keyboard. Right. Rotate you onto that edge. Along, move you out, scale you up. Okay, put that there, and then we can have cables that go into the keyboard, into the monitor. I'm wondering if I should have kept the monitor's thing in now, but it's too late. It's not too late. I could put it in, but I'm not going to because that's a lot of work and I don't really want to do it at the moment. Okay, scale you down. Okay. How's that? That's good. That can fit there just fine. Oh, God. I will bring that monitor in, actually. I will bring it in, but I will only bring the front of it in. And I'll also bring these in, because honestly, I can probably fit them on the side here. Okay. Okay. There we go. Right. Is that everything I want from that? I believe so. I don't want this dome. This dome can go. Yeah, the rest of it can. Vamos. All of this. Delete. Okay. We will rotate. Scale this down a bit. Okay. I guess I'll align that one manually then. There we go. It's getting there. Just needs a bit more work. We need wires. And I want to turn this keyboard a little bit as well. But at least now it's in a relatively accessible position. Back. Why? Oh, I see. I sincerely hope I haven't moved anything else. Don't. Please tell me. Okay, thank goodness. I don't think I have. Object mode on everything, please. Okay. Okay. What the? Why am I in sculpting mode? No! Object mode, please. There we go. Okay. It is time for Bezier curves. Add curve Bezier. We'll scale down intensely. Give me geometry. I need geometry, not data. Geometry data. Okay, there we go. Bring down the resolution to 2. Edit mode. Around about there. Okay. That into the side of the monitor. And we will subdivide this. And subdivide it again. Just to give it a bit of personality, you know? There we go. Yeah. That's fun. I like that. Is that impacting? That is impacting a bit. Okay, there we go. And then we'll do 1, 2, and then connections to the batteries as well. mm. 50. Okay. That is way too far back. Is that in? It is now. Okay. Probably won't end up seeing much of this, but you know. You'll see enough of it, probably. Okay. Shift D. Bring you here. Okay. There we go. Right. Subdivide. Okay. Okay, there we go. That'll do. It's small stuff. It's probably not going to get seen at all, but we'll see. And we'll do one more, but it'll just connect up to here. Just about there. Yeah, cool. Ah, right, much better. Okay. Now, obviously that's going to clash a little with the basic trunk, but by the point you have the advanced crafting table, you should have the non-basic trunk variant. If I recall correctly, there is progression to that. Okay. Move this. God. Right. Okay. I will put that there and simply hope that nobody will notice. No, that's bad. I'm not going to do that. That will drive me nuts. Scale you down. Okay. Now we can scale it up very slightly. Maybe not that much. That much, yes, I will accept. And then bring that to about there. And that should be inside the boot. Oh, God. Okay. Hmm. And then trunk basic 03. There's even more stuff in it. Oh my God, why? Ah. Ugh. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. As long as I can line up the scaling ish. should be good. Is that's about right. Yeah, that's about. It's actually, is it? Well, let's make sure that it's at the correct level first. It's actually slightly smaller. Okay. All right. Are the back seats used for anything? Yes, they are used. The back seats have attachments on them, so they are off limits for this particular thing. Okay. That's about right. That ratchet strap and stuff is fine. It's just this box that needs to go. And actually, I might spin it very slightly as well. Okay. Delete those edges. And all of these get moved up. Good. So that they match. So that now it actually looks... Yeah, that's manageable. I can live with that. Object mode. Okay, so we have basic crafting area with basic trunk, which looks fine. Then we have basic crafting area with larger trunk. Does not look great. I might have to fix that because I do think that I believe that the larger trunk is still around when you have the basic one. This one's definitely not around when you have the basic one. At that point, you're running by the crafting area 3. However, I think what we'll do is we'll squish this a little bit. Scale it down slightly. Yeah, okay, that'll do. As long as it's not impacting anything, we should be good. Okay, this Bezier curve we will convert to mesh, and then it will be added to this. Yeah. Okay, crafting and trunk stuff done. We only have one more thing to do, and that is the emergency fuel can. But I can't find that. Annoyingly. I haven't been able to find the emergency fuel can. Like, I know there's a location for it in the car, but I can't. It's very annoying, actually. Okay. What's that? That's fine. Ooh. I can live with it. It's mounted into the frame anyway, it doesn't matter. That's the highlight for this. I can adjust that later. I'm not going to worry about highlighters right now. Okay. There must be. I know that there is an item that, hold on. Has Dutch shown off where it is anywhere in the bumpers, engines, doors? No. Doesn't look like it. Alright. I guess I'll just have to worry about that one later. Cool. And that is within. Yeah, that will fit within the boot. It shouldn't stick out. Okay, trunk done. I'm avoiding the interior because I know that I need to redo the dashboard at some point, and that is a hell of a task. There's so much detail to the interior dashboard, and I don't really want to think about it right now. Oh, God. Okay. Eventually I will have to start doing the door panels and stuff. But that's, again, a hell of a lot of work. I know how it needs to go, it's just getting there that's the issue. Bumper hooks need to be added on. At the front they don't, because the bumpers hook directly into these pieces. Fuel cap. Or fuel port, rather. That's something we do need. Where would the fuel cap have been on a Duesenberg? No, stop that. None of that. None of that. Okay. Switch up the music. Actually, no, I'm not gonna switch up the music. I'm gonna save and I'm gonna call today. Because we've been going for about 4 hours. And I feel like that's enough for us for today. Like we've done a decent amount. It's looking good. We are doing well. We'll be doing some more tomorrow because I'm not finished with Witcher 1 yet, and I'm not willing to play it on stream. Let's go raid. Let's go raid a Batsy. He's currently playing some V Rising. Thank you very much for those of you who who joined us. I know that Blender isn't a particularly enjoyable thing to watch, but I need to get it done eventually. And eventually it will lead to something interesting. So, you know. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening, everyone. Have a very good evening and a very good night, and we'll see you all next time. Ta-ta for now.